today. Here's the deal. I just want to hang out with you guys, and I want to do that in the most normal way possible, so I feel like spending the day together is the most casual way possible, and this might be a little bit forward, but maybe we could do this once a week. I don't know, I kind of like your company. Here's my thoughts for the day. I have nothing to do, which is my favourite kind of day. So I thought we could go get coffee, and then we could go get my favourite ciabatta. God, it's all about me, isn't it? You guys can get something as well if you want, I'll pay. And then we'd probably just hang out. I don't know, I don't know, what do you guys want to do? You're the guest, you tell me. I'm gonna get a Marmite and ham. No, sorry, Marmite and cheese ciabatta, which, by the way, fucking stinks. And I feel so bad. Every time I approach the Starbucks, I feel like the girls see my little green car roll up and they're like, for fuck's sake, she's back. Because they know that their store is gonna stink of Marmite. Not just Marmite, hot Marmite for the next 30 minutes minimum. I know the ciabatta stinks, but I can't stop eating it. My OCD's deemed it a safe food, so it's the only thing I can consume. I mean, I could make my own food as well. My OCD deems anything in my own kitchen safe, but I decide to torture the girls at Starbucks. I feel like that would be the kind of thing that social anxiety would stop me doing, which is why I posit that I do not have social anxiety, right? And I feel like anyone that's met me in person, like in real life, will be like, that's not fucking true. That girl definitely has social anxiety. No, I don't. I think I am a bit shy, but it's more that I just don't really have that much to say, which is crazy because I feel like I make myself out to be like the biggest blabbermouth ever. It must be such a disappointment to like meet me for like a lot, like the first 2 minutes I meet you, we're gonna have a great conversation. Anything after that, good fucking luck because I run out of things to say. I feel like if you meet me for at an event specifically, you are just gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with that girl? Because I will most likely just sit there and blink at you. And it's not that I'm like anxious or shy or anything, it's just that I'm literally not thinking. It's like my brain just goes blank when you speak to me and I'm like, I cannot formulate a response, sorry, and nor do I really care to that much. I think that's probably the key issue. But I went on Saving Grace, the podcast, the other day, and there's literally so many points of the podcast where she's like talking to me and my response is just like, yeah. And it looked like I'm being a bitch. And genuinely, I don't think the podcast is even gonna be out by the time that I upload this video, but genuinely, I'm just like brain dead. There's just no light behind these fucking eyes. I just love talking to myself. Like I'm so talkative and like I have so many things to say and so many thoughts running out of my mouth when I'm by myself because I am my favorite company. I don't know what it is about being alone that just gets me going. Like I just love my own company, not in a narcissistic way. It's just like, I'm comfortable with this bitch. I've known her the longest time. Like we're comfortable together, you know what I mean? I love being alone. There is something so soothing about it. I also love being around people. I wouldn't say I'm an introvert or an extrovert. I love being around people and I love being by myself. If I don't have a good balance of both, I will genuinely do something evil, cruel and feral. Like, I don't know, I will call you a fucking slag to your face for no reason if I haven't had my alone time. Equally, if I've been alone too long, like I stand at serious risk of doing something heinous, criminal. Do you know what I mean? So like, I am the yin to my yang, I suppose you could say. I love being alone. That's when my best thoughts happen, but what was the point here? Anyways, I'm gonna go to Starbucks and I'm gonna buy the stinky breakfast and no one can stop me, so that's fine. And I'm gonna get an iced caramel latte. So, my next dilemma is, does anyone else, okay, so I thought this was just me and so I kept it to myself and then I mentioned it to this agent that I was working with and I was like, oh yeah, if I drink coffee past midday, it's fine. If I drink iced coffee past midday, it's fine. If I drink hot coffee past midday, I will shit myself. And she was like, same. I can't drink hot coffee past midday or I'll get the shakes. And I was like, why is that? That's crazy. And then I started to really seriously think about it. If I'm drinking a hot coffee, I'm far more likely to be sat down in a cafe and I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna have a conversation with someone. I'm gonna finish the entire coffee. You better bet that when I buy an iced caramel latte, I'm on the go. Iced coffee is on the go drink, right? You're not buying a fucking like cappuccino to run around. Okay, maybe you are, I'm not, but what's for sure is you're not buying an iced caramel latte to sit down at a cafe. Unless you're really weird, unless you're doing schoolwork, that's fine, but you're not having an iced caramel latte to have a sit and a chinwag with your mum at a cafe. If you're sat in a cafe, you're gonna finish your whole hot drink. For me, that's always a cappuccino. Will I ever finish my iced caramel latte when I'm on the run? No, I'll drink 1/3 of it at most. I still insist on buying a full-sized one every single day of my life. My theory states that if you drink the whole coffee, you're more likely to shit your pants because you've ingested more caffeine, which is probably obvious, but I'd never put 2 and 2 together before on why hot coffee makes me shit but cold coffee doesn't. It's because I finished the hot coffee. And why do I always finish the hot coffee? Because I am always in a coffee shop. Sherlock Holmes. I'm gonna go now. You guys know how much I love this car. I genuinely think this is the best car anyone's ever owned. But she has started to shit out on me a little bit. So this morning I tried to turn her on and she wouldn't turn on, and had to get my family to the fucking airport. So that was really unhelpful, but she did eventually turn on. That is all that counts. The engine wouldn't turn over for like the first 5 minutes, and then she like woke up. I figure she's just not really a morning person. She has this little quirk though, this inconvenient little quirk that she can't go over 45 miles an hour. If you drive over 45 miles an hour, she goes doo, doo, doo across the road, which is not ideal. I kind of just don't tell anyone that because I'm like, I don't want them to think that this isn't the best car in the world, because it is, so I just avoid telling them the bad piece of the information. Kind of like being in an abusive relationship. The lights also decided to not work the other day. The other day I was at my dad's and he's like, do you know your backlight's out? And I was like, no. How would I fucking know that? I can't see that. Duh. So anyways, he gave me new bulbs for back. And this morning, I get in the car, try to turn my headlights on, nope. You can't. I was like, well, fuck it. I've got to go anyways. Luckily, the sun was up. I get halfway through my drive, ping, the lights come on. I love that for me. We're going to go get a coffee now. I'm pretty excited about it, but that's really all I have to say. I got the goods. I took it out of getting the Marmite ciabatta though, because I didn't want to stink up Starbucks. I really think they're getting fucking sick of me in there. Anyways, so my plans for the rest of the day don't actually exist right now, other than I know that I have to eat at some point. The Starbucks girls are really very responsible for a lot of like my mental stability. Like, not that there's a whole lot of that, but what there is, I really think it's down to them. I think they're the only consistent thing in my life I get, but other than that, they're consistent in my life, and I'm very grateful to them for that. So that's pretty fun. I have to clean my room. I have so much fucking laundry to do, like it's actually a little bit shameful. Like I'm gonna show you my room. I'm gonna cut to a clip of that right now if I figure out how to edit. Here we go. Okay. This is the current situation. It is literally fucking disgusting. Like, am I 12? Back downstairs away from the stress. I am gonna fix that. That's on my to-do list today, because today is a great day because I don't have anything else to do. And I don't know, maybe you guys could like lend a fucking helping hand or something. Snack time! Is that wheat or is that mold? I think I'm gonna go to Tesco. There we go. Wow. My car does that every time you turn it on. Nothing to be alarmed about. But anyway, I'm going to Tesco because there was no food in the house, and I imagine you can't hear me. Oh, my car also does this fun thing where it's an automatic, but it doesn't know how to put itself in the right gear. So for the first 5 minutes of driving it, you drive it in like 5th gear, no matter how fast you're going, and then whatever system needs to kick in, kicks in, but you have to drive it for like 5 minutes first. I love when she does that. Okay, so anyways, yeah, I'm going to Tesco. I feel like no one's gonna be able to hear me. If you guys can hear me, if I watch this footage back and it sounds fine, you're getting so much fucking content like this. Oh, some assholes broken down in my way. Like, why? Like, what am I not giving? Clearly something. Quick. Gotta get out. Oh, don't hit his car. Okay. Brilliant. Done it. Flawless execution. Anyway, do you know what I've been thinking about recently? Is I was getting really emo because I've never not been cheated on, and that starts to get to a person. I'm back and I'm very curious to watch that footage over. I got some avocados and some bagels, and I have this new jalapeno Tabasco sauce that I'm really excited about. Jalapeno Tabasco avocado bagel. Anyways, I have to tell you something before I go. Did you know it's not illegal, and I've Googled this, it's not illegal to park in someone's driveway? You can park in someone else's driveway, and apparently there's nothing anyone can do. They can ask you to leave. Apparently you're allowed to do that. I think Google must have that wrong, because there's absolutely no fucking way. And I feel like I mean, if someone parked in my driveway, I would smack them. Never smacked anyone in my life. That would be the thing to cause me to physically assault somebody else. Don't park in my driveway. But yeah, Google it for yourself. Apparently it's legal. That's crazy, because if you've ever been to Brighton, you'll know that people rent out their driveways for like a £5 a day if you want cheap parking. So how are they doing that when I could just put my car there for free? Anyways, I love you. And let me know if you want more of these or want me to go back to doing the podcast. I'll probably end up doing both. Why? I have a lot of free time on my hands and no friends. So let me know what you guys would prefer. I'm going to go and eat my bagel, and I love you so much. Bye.